Good morning, students. I am Pravindra Singh and I am PG2 English and I belong to Lala Jagdish Prasad Saraswati Vidya Mandir, Jansat Road, Muzaffarnagar. Today I am going to teach you the intermediate class, the lesson number 4, the secret of health, success and power. This lesson has written by James Allen. Through this piece, my dear children, we have a lot of valuable suggestions. We have a lot of advices, and these pieces of advices will help us to be healthy, to be successful and to be powerful in our life. If we take seriously, if we cultivate all these things seriously, we shall get all these things. There is no doubt, we shall get all these things. First of all, we start for health. James Allen describes us that if a man wants to get a good health, he must be pure. He must be pure and well ordered in his daily routine. If a man is pure by heart, his thoughts are gentle, his thoughts are harmless, he does his daily routine in a perfect way. His daily routine is very perfectly every day. Every day he takes the time and does the work on timely. He will get a good health. Besides it, he has also described the things. If he doesn't, he will be able to secure a good health. First of all, he describes some vices of our mind, such as jealousy, such as anger, such as hatred, such as greed. All these things are very harmful to our mind. The writer says that if we have all these things on our mind and hope that we will get a perfect physical health, it will not be possible. That's why the writer says, if we want to be live, to live a good health, we must only keep these vices from our mind. If we keep these vices from our mind and we have pure and well-ordered mind, it will be helpful to lead us to lead a healthy life. And last one is friction from work. The writer says that there are two types of work. First is physical works and second is mental works. Physical works is the work we do with our physical, hands, feet, etc., our energy, our power. And the mental work consists the mental energy. We do this work with our mental energy. And both types of works are health giving. Both types of work are very good. But if we keep our mind friction free, if there is no friction in our mind, and whether we are going to physical work, whether we are going to mental work, both work will be healthy, both work will be useful for our health, and remarkable health we shall have. Next one is for success. It is an important topic, because success is a thing everyone wants to have. Everyone wants to have in his life. And James Allen has described success, how we can get success. It is very simple and easy way. If we want to get success, it is very simple and easy way. First of all, we must set a single goal in our life. Because if we have two aims in our life, we shall not get anywhere. We shall not reach any goal. We shall not reach any target if we have two aims in our life. That's why the writer advises us that we shall set a single aim in our life. And after that, we must dedicate it ourselves. We must dedicate ourselves to it. If we dedicate ourselves to it and have firm faith means our faith must not be moved at any moment. If it is time to crisis, if it is difficulty, it is problem, and our faith is shaken, it is not possible. That's why the writer advises us to have firm faith. If our faith is firm, like a rock, then we shall get success. Here the writer also gives examples of a man who sails in two boats in one time. If a man sails in two boats in one time, how shall he can reach shore? How shall he can reach bank? It is not possible. That's why the writer gives most attention to the single aim, most attention to the dedication of it, and the firm faith. All these things, if we have a balanced ratio of all these things, it is very necessary, it is very good, it is very hopeful that we shall have a great success in the end. And finally the writer says about power. Power doesn't mean the power of a wrestler, no. Power means that a man's impression, that a man's affect, how he can affect his society. For power, the writer says that first of all we must learn gravity. If we are grave, if we are serious, if we are permanence at our stage, then we shall on the way to achieve power. Because permanence is a great thing in our life. You know that a stone is standing at one thing for a long time, and after a long time it gets a load of mass. In the same way, if we are permanent, if we are permanent and grave, there are reverse stage in our life, reverse condition in our life. The writer gives three examples. He gives the example of the rolling stones, small stones, sands, and the leaves of a tree, and the waving reed. All these things speak us about the weakness, because they cannot resist anything. They are movable and they stoop to the circumstances. If we stoop to the circumstances, we kneel to the circumstances, we kneel to the problem, we kneel to the difficulty, it is not possible that we can get power. That's why the writer says that we must be like rocks, we must be like mountain top, we must be like the persons who are standing alone in adverse condition. He doesn't care whether he has a large number of people behind him or not. He keeps all his attention upon himself. He keeps standing in reverse condition. He keeps standing in difficulties. He does not wave in difficulties. He stands alone, and at last ultimately he gets power. That's why all these things one can get. These are the proper way when one can get all these things. For health, we must keep our mind well ordered. We must keep our thoughts very calm, very serene, very gentle, very honest, and we must do our work when there is no tension, there is no friction in our mind. If we do that, in case we shall get a good health. And after that, for success, he also defines success very beautifully, that for success one should seek single aim and devote himself to it. If one does all these things, he must get a good success, a success which will be counted beyond centuries. Long time he will be remembered for his success. And at last he says that the things, if we want to become powerful, we must give some things. We must give the credit to some things, and these are the things: gravity, calmness, and power. These are the things which help us to stand alone. We do not wave, we do not move anywhere in the adverse condition, in reverse situation or any problem. We must stand alone. If we must stand alone and face the problem bravely, ultimately we shall get power. That is all. Dear children, now we are going to start explanation of this lesson, The Secret of Health, Success and Power. As you know very well that this lesson has been written by James Allen. And it is very important explanation of this lesson. Passion is not power, tested just through it all. As you know very well that when we write an explanation, we write a reference. These lines have been taken from the lesson, The Secret of Health, Success and Power, and written by James Allen. When it is turned to context, we say that James Allen describes the things that are very helpful to be a healthy and a successful life. If we want to lead a healthy and successful life, he gave us a lot of valuable suggestions. But here he describes this how we can get power. He defined here very well how one can get power and what is the difference between power and passion. Let's go to the explanation. The writer says that people count passion to power, while passion is not called power. Power is a different thing and passion is a different thing. Passion is a feelings, a strong emotion which produces in our mind for a time, and after that it removes away. Where it does go, we don't know. In the same way, power is a strong emotion too, but it lasts long. It has great impact on us. He gives the example of rocks and storm. The writer says that the rocks is like the power, while the storm likes the passion. The storm beats very angrily to the rocks. It harms itself. It doesn't harm anything to the rock. Rock is like power. In the same way, passion is like a furious storm. Wildly wind. When a man is in such a passion, he cannot be called a true human. He cannot be a true man, because he does the work unless this emotion has its own existence, and as its impression ends, this type of feeling also comes to an end. While power is a strong emotion, it gives us graveness. Power makes a man very serious. Power makes a man very calm and cool. If we are calm and cool, we have power. You see the example of a wrestler. He has a strong power. He has a great strength. Yet, he does not disturb anyone. He does not complain to anybody. He does not beat any weak person. If he has power, if he has strength, he is calm. He is calm and cool. In the same way, power is a great thing of a man. If we want to achieve it, we must be calm, we must be very serious, and we must be permanent. And we can learn all these things from mountain top, all these things from the vast wild forest, and from the rocks. All these three things are the fine examples of power. So, we can say that power is a strong emotion, power is a great thing, while passion has not great effect in our mind. It affects our mind for a very little time, but power has a strong emotion and it lasts in our cells, and it also increases our impression day by day. And last one is a note in brief. We see that the writer has concentrate only to power. He wants to define that power is a like powerful emotion. If one wants to be power, if one wants to achieve power, he must learn some things, and all these things, this seriousness, this calmness, this permanence, all these things are very helpful to become powerful. So, a man gets all these things if he follows James Allen very seriously. That's all.